Hello everyone, I'm Kalen North and welcome back to Spirit Island. Today we just got the Inescapable Menace phase released in the digital app. So that has one spirit and three aspects. Wandering Voice Keen's Delirium, Violence for the Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares spirit, Spreading Hostility for the Keeper of the Forbidden Wild spirit, and Dark Fire for the Shadows Flicker Like Flame spirit. So those are all things that I'm actually kind of excited about. In my original Nature Incarnate hype list, I had Darkfire Shadows as my overall number 2 and Violence as my overall number 3. And then Wandering Voice was number 7 and Spreading Hostility was number 22. Now, that's changed a bit. I now think that Darkfire is probably about my 7th. Spreading Hostility has moved up to 15th, and then Violence and Wandering Voice have fallen to 17th and 18th, respectively. So I think that what I want to do here is I want to play the one I'm currently least excited about, which is Wandering Voice, and see if I'm just totally wrong about the spirit. I haven't played it that much, which is part of why I think it's lower on my list, is I just haven't given it enough of a good chance. So I want to play this spirit and have fun with it, see what we can do. I'm going to do probably a very weird build here. I'm sure I'm not going to do the optimal build, and I think that's fine. So we'll just see what we can do with it. As far as adversary, let's start with no adversary, no scenario. We'll play with everything else turned on. Let's hop into the game. All right, so Mountains Explore initially. And we are going to go ahead and, let's see, so if I get to 3 air, which my third growth lets me gain an air, and I could go to 2 card plays. So I could actually, with 2 cards, push my Incarnate to land 1 and then to land 6 and just stop both those builds, which is probably good. So I guess let's try and open up with that. And this gets us a draft too, so that's exciting. So let's start off taking a minor. Gift of Reaching Grasp is the only one that has actual air on it, which is a little unfortunate. Gift of Constancy is, of course, really good. Favor of the Sun and Starlit Dark could be nice. I don't think we have any defend in our kit naturally, although we have Strife, so what do we care? Strong and Constant Currents gives a little Dahan movement, which I don't believe this spirit naturally has. Do we have any other water elements? We don't, so we would have to draft another water if we wanted to get Strong and Constant Currents going. But I think that's probably the one to take here. I don't know, Gift of Constancy is the best power in a vacuum, and Reaching Grasp just doesn't feel all that useful here. I feel like we got a range 2 growth, a range 3 growth. Like we can get everywhere on the island we need to. Let's take Strong and Constant Currents, just see how it goes. I'm gonna try growing from the bottom track. Can I get to land 3? No, let's go into land 2. Just get to that city. Worst case scenario, we can probably like use Strong and Constant Currents to pull some Dahan into land 2, strife the city somehow, and then deal with that later. I'm going to play, let's see, Frightful Keening lets me push into a land with invaders and strife it potentially. That seems really nice, actually. Twist Perceptions would let me strife something and push it, which I can push the city with that, which is really cool. Let's go Frightful Keening, and I guess let's go Turmoil's Touch. We can maybe discard some of these and do an early reclaim or something. That's probably a bad idea, but you know, it'll be fun. We'll have fun with it. All right, Inscrutable Journeying. I want to push the Incarna to land 1, strife the Explorer, and I think I'm going to shove both Explorers to land 5. Just try and start building that land up with, or actually, well, I already started it. Let's just stick with it. Push them to land 5 as well. Invaders build in the mountains, and they don't because it's diff 0. Sands Explore. Okay. That's great. So then I want a Frightful Keening. I'm going to push... this targets the Incarna, not myself. I'm going to push into land 8. Strife the town, and then I think I can push to land 6. But then when I do that, the Dahan will not counterattack unless I get the Incarna over to like land 7. Or over to land 2, I suppose. So I'm gonna try and do that here shortly. Let's see. We have Mind Shattering Song as well. So let's hit land 5 and we can deal 2 damage. We gain a fear. Turmoil's Touch. I mean, we might as well use this and just improvise. So Let's do that. Let's discard a power card. We'll discard Strong and Constant Currents for now and get... Oh, Portent's Disaster is really nice. I think that's got all three of the elements we care about the most, so that's nice. And then let's do it again. This is solo, so normally you'd only do it once, but we're gonna go nuts because it's solo. I think Exhale, Confusion, and Delirium isn't really what I want right now. Twist Perceptions might be what I want right now for next turn, so let's take that. Animated Rackrut, okay. And that's less exciting, but that's fine. We don't need to be super exciting here. I am going to grow, because I have 2 card plays. I want to take grow 3 again, and we'll probably grow from top track. Let's gain another minor, see what we get. Ooh, Gift of Twinned Days. That could be funny. Otherwise, none of these have air. None of them at all. Okay. Weep for What Is Lost would solve land 4 pretty cleanly. So that's probably a decent choice here. Sear Anger into the Wildlands at least has sun. I guess Gift of Twin Days has sun and moon, but we're not going to be able to afford to actually repeat anything with it this turn. So I'm kind of down on that. Let's just do Weep for What Is Lost and solve land 4 with it. Should be fine. I want to make a Sacred Site, I think, in land 2. Or maybe I should go into land 4. Oh, I don't know. Let's go into land 3. Let's do neither of those. Because we technically have a Sacred Site over here, and that's pretty handy. Yeah, let's play Weep for What Is Lost and Twist Perceptions. The only thing we need a Sacred Site for this turn is Mind Shattering Song anyway, and I don't think that's going to come up right away. So let's play those. Inscrutable Journeying. I want to get the Incarnate away from land 6, and then I'll push the Strifed Explorer into land 5, I guess, where I'm going to hit it with Mind Shattering Song most likely for the fear. So let's do that. Population Rises. Oh, that's a little annoying. Well, we can put it in land 4 and then get a disease off of Sand Fever Outbreak. So that'll be fine. And then Offerings of Pattern and Dance, we do in fact get the energy, so that's nice. Right, Invaders Ravage in the Mountains, and we clear that mountain, build in the sands, disease gets eaten, and then Invaders Explore in the wetlands. Alright, that's fine. So sands are about to ravage. So I think I want to... Oh, this... We could do... We don't... Did we get any other Dahan movement? We got Strong and Constant Currents, but that doesn't do what I'm hoping for. And we're not going to get another draft if we reclaim next turn. I think we still do this. I wanna twist Perceptions to add a Strife to the city and push it into the sands so that when we Weep for What Is Lost, we get 3 fear. Which is probably not actually that beneficial, but I don't know. I think it's funny. And then let's push this town to... Let's push it to land 3, where it's sort of out of the way. And then Mind Shattering Song, we can get a fear over here. So that'll get us 2 fear cards for next turn. We might be able to get a little more fear. I'm not sure if we can get more fear in the fast. We did get Portents of Disaster, which would be kind of neat. So let's go ahead and... Alright, I'm going to reclaim cards. I'm going to move the Incarnate to land 3. Strife the town. Oh no, I don't want to move it to there. I want to move it. Oh, let's finish pushing. Let's undo that. I want to move it to land 2, I think. Because whoops, misclicking. I want to move to land 2, Strife the Explorer, and push that Explorer into land. Let's put them in land 3. That'll be fine. All right, and then we can... Let's see, we got the 2 fear cards. Sands are ravaging. We don't have a way to get... I guess we could Exhale Confusion and Delirium to keep the Strife on the city. In which case, actually... Let's not push that Explorer where I push them. Let's push them into the sand. So let's... Oh, that was not what I meant to do. What? I am having so many interface issues today, and I think it's just me, but I could be wrong. So let's exhale confusion and delirium to get these invaders to not participate in the ravage. Let's go ahead and play. We get one more play. What do we want? So land 5 is going to build. So maybe we could do like Frightful Keening, and then that would let us push into land 5 and push the city or the town that it builds out. Yeah, let's do that. And that also gets us a couple of damage on to strifed invaders, which we could use on land 5 maybe. Or land 4? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so exhale confusion and delirium in land 4. Let's inscrutable journeying. We'll push to land 4. Strife that explorer, and do we want to just leave them all in land 4? I think I want to leave them all in land 4. Because I don't really want to build up land 5 right now. Yeah, let's just leave them all in land 4. Alright, we have a local diaspora, I believe. So that's going to push things out of land 4. Great. Beast's Prowl, that's fine. Forsake the Barren Lands, that's not going to do anything. Okay. So let's push an explorer to land 1. And let's push an explorer to... let's put him in land 3, I guess. I don't really want him in land 2. Beast generates a fear. We don't get anything there. All right, each player chooses a land to isolate. What are we on? Stage 2? I guess let's isolate land 2? I don't think it... Or let's isolate land 5, because then that cuts off, even after the build, it cuts off the inlands from being explored. Remove an explorer from a land matching a ravage card. There are none. That's fine. Invaders ravage in the sands, build in the wetlands, and explore in the coastal lands, of course. Of course we get coastal lands. That's fine. Alright, so then I want to Frightful Keening, and I'm gonna push that on land 4, and then we're gonna put the Incarnate in land 5, gets us to Terror 2, Strife the town, and put the town in... I think land 4 is where we want it. Mind-Shattering Song is going to get us a fear and 2 damage. And I think that's going to be most useful on destroying that town that we just strifed. All right, so we've got some energy. We've actually got a fair amount of energy. I wonder if we should go for a... I think I want to grow Top Track twice and then maybe try and take a major next turn and hit the top level of Mind-Shattering Song, hopefully. Again, with this is probably not optimal, and that's okay. We're going to get Sun or Moon. Let's go into land... Let's make a... Let's put a presence in land 1. Do I want to gain... I don't want to gain it yet. I want to think about it for a moment. And then we'll go get 2 energy and put that into land 2. Then what do we actually want to do with all these invaders? I kind of want to play Strong and Constant Currents this turn. Try and get some Dahan moved around. Although maybe that's better next turn. We could Portents of Disaster, but I think that's going to be a lot better next turn if we save that and Turmoil's Touch to get lots of Sun-Moon pairs for Mind-Shattering Song. So maybe let's do Twist Perceptions and I guess Strong and Constant Currents, yeah. So land 2 is going to Ravage and clear. Land 5 is going to do nothing, which is fine. Do we... Oh, maybe we do Weep for What Is Lost instead of Strong and Constant Currents, because that'll at least get us a couple of fear. If we push something into land 4. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, Inscrutable Journeying. Let's go ahead and push the Incarna to land 1. Strife the Unstrifed Explorer and push it to land 4. Oh, I still need to gain an element this turn. neither of these is actually going to do much for me. I guess let's take Moon in case we get a bad event. Overconfidence. Lose 2 fear per player. Or no, discard 2 fear cards. Oh no, it's Terror Breeds Aggression. Ooh, that's nasty. But Coordinated Defense will solve land 2 for us. So we'll blight land 5, which is okay. Oh, that's kind of obnoxious. So let's add a beast to land 5. We get a defend in land 2, and we do get a fear card. Alright, each player removes... yeah, I want that to count as presence. We can deny the city in land 3, or we could just deny everything in land... deny the build entirely in land 1. I think that's probably better. Yeah, because we've got Twist Perceptions, and we're going to try and hit a bunch of innate stuff next turn. So let's do that. Right, Invaders ravaging the wetlands, and that's fine. And then Invaders... wait, did they not deal bonus damage there? Maybe I misunderstood how that worked. Alright, and they explored the sands, which land 4 is fine, but we will deal with that shortly. So Twist Perceptions, I want to strife the city and push the city. I was thinking to land 4, but we could also do it in land 2 and see if we can then destroy it in the counterattack. But let's not do that. Let's just put it in land 4. Wait for what is lost. Let's hit land 4 again. We'll push the explorer that isn't strifed, and let's just shove them into... let's shove them into land 2, because then they can die in the counterattack nicely. So now we're going to try and gain a major. I want to gain a major, hopefully with air. Did not get air, that's fine. Infinite Vitality? That would do some work in land 3 at least. Yeah, I was really hoping to get air there, but that's fine. We can still play 2 cards. We just don't need. We can just not play the major this turn, which is fine. Yeah, I don't think any of these are all that interesting. Let's just take Fire and Flood because it's funny. We'll forget Weep for what is lost. Get our air element here, and let's go to land. Let's go to land 3, I guess. What am I doing about land 3? I'm going to Strong and Constant Currents the town out of it, I think. And then strife it with the Incarnate and push that out somewhere. So play these 2. Oh, we almost have our third level of that, but not quite. So let's do this. Let's try this out. We do get a sun or a moon. I don't know that it matters too much which one we take. Let's take an extra... I guess sun is damage, so let's take an extra sun. Portents of Disaster, I want to hit... we're not going to destroy anything right away, so... let's Portents of Disaster... or no, so we want Inscrutable Journeying ourselves, go to land 2, strife the Explorer, and push them to land 4, I guess. And then go to land 3, strife the town, push that to land 4. And then Portents of Disaster we'll hit land 4 with. Because that's going to... or, well, we'll get it faster in land 3. So let's do it there. Oh, well, we won't get it faster there because the Han aren't countering attack. Gonna counterattack. Oh my. I am not playing this spirit right. Alright, add a disease and ignore disease this turn. Let's put the disease in land 4. Fierce Mean at least gets us another fear. So we might get a fear card that helps us out. Each player adds 2 strife in a land not matching a Ravage card. Oh boy. I guess let's strife the let's double strife these cities just in case. Defend 2 in all lands. Okay, that doesn't do much. So invaders ravaging coastal lands and nothing happens. Build in the sands, something happens. And then explore the jungles. That's fine. Alright, so we have Mind-Shattering Song, which we can use to deal 3 damage and just outright destroy 2 more invaders. So let's do that here. Yeah, generate 2 fear. Let's generate or deal 3 damage. I want to destroy or just deal 2 to that, 1 to that, and then destroy the 2 cities. All right, and that actually gets us the win. So, hey, we got there with a very messy build that probably was not right. All right, so that's Wandering Voice, base difficulty. I do want to try... I do want to try another game here. I might have to save that for another video, though, just to save some time this right now, because I am... My kiddos are not going to be distracted for all that long, and I'm going to need to go help with them. So, but yeah, thank you for watching. You know, let me know how bad my Wandering Voice play was. Just you can laugh at it. And I will be back with more Inescapable Menace videos. Probably play Wandering Voice into like a level 3 adversary and a level 6 adversary, and then we'll go from there. Thanks everyone for watching.